to come back on the Up With People. So if I'm not mistaken, you finished high school.
Mm-hmm.
You did a gap year where you were traveling and making music, and then the next year they asked, the company that you did that with asked you, no, that was during that same year, they asked you to work for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
How, like that's a dope way to take on a gap year, man.
Yeah,
How did that happen?
I mean, it wasn't the plan. Like, I was supposed to do this for 6 months and then, you know, start real life with like real responsibilities and stuff. But yeah, no, like that was the goal. Like, again, I think if you get opportunities like that, like, you know, like you have these cheesy lines saying like people like never regret what they did do, but more what they didn't do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just jumped on that. I was like being 18 and kind of being paid. It wasn't a lot, but it was still like
your expenses were covered.
All my expenses were
that's...
covered, and I was like getting some money from it. So it was a sweet deal. Like you don't let me complain. But that was I think I learned so much during that time, like so much.
That was a question that I was going to ask you, man. What do you think is like the biggest lesson, or maybe a couple that you think that you took out of the whole traveling abroad at 18 and working for an abroad experience company? Like,
I think I wrote down 27 life lessons that I learned from that. If I want, I can like
send them. That'd be cool. Yeah, definitely.
And
I can maybe include them in like, I don't know, description of how this
description below. I think the biggest one, and came a bit as a surprise, is that I think you need to learn to love yourself unconditionally.
Oof.
But you can learn, like, to really learn that, and to like really, like, you know, it comes down to, for example, you have this drunk night where you're this stupid person, and instead of like the next day waking up and be like, oh, you motherfucker. Okay, you can do that for a second and be like, oh, what the fuck did you do?
Texted 27 people again. God damn.
Like, you called your ex again. Like, instead of like hating yourself for that and like beating yourself up and like, you know, like being like, what am, like, you stupid ass, dumb ass dude, you just see yourself in that moment and like just give yourself a big hug and are like, okay, well, that's a part of who you are too. Like, it's maybe not the nicest part, but like still have that unconditional love and not never hate yourself. And I think that's in a way what unconditional love maybe not means, but what it entails is that you never allow yourself to hate yourself.